Welcome, PSY 310 students. This is my winter break week commentary, and this will be the transition week as we complete Module 1, and then next week we begin Module 2. This week's primary focus should be upon beginning to develop your course project and Chapter 7 in Funder. I want to particularly recommend Chapter 7 to you, as I think it's an excellent chapter for many reasons, one of which is it presents the developmental perspective, meaning longitudinal view of personality, and as such it raises a whole bunch of questions which will cause us to see the interconnectedness, particularly in the second half of this semester. So look at Chapter 7 carefully. It starts with a paradox, just to explain my enthusiasm for it. It starts with a paradox of personality being both a source of stability and a source of change across the lifespan. So we'll look at that paradox and our ability to hold two logically conflicting ideas in our head in deference to the nature of personality development is the challenge. But if we can distinguish between looking at personality cross-sectionally, in other words, on a given day, and personality across the years of one's life, as simply two different perspectives on the same thing, then indeed our understanding of personality will deepen immensely. So it will introduce you to such key concepts as personality stability. Stability is a key word. What doesn't change and what isn't different in two different points of time is stability. And then the issue, of course, of development as opposed to change. So think carefully about personality development, which includes maturation and changes dictated in part by the social clock. And then the issue of change, which is more short-term and intentional, when we are intentionally trying to change an aspect of personality for any number of reasons having to do with our lives in the workplace, in the family, or indeed in our own minds. So it's a rich chapter, and it lays a good foundation for the rest of the course. It's a good transition to next week and Chapter 6. Week 6, Chapter 8. And both in Week 6 and 7, we'll be dealing with the classic body-mind questions of how is personality both shaped by and changed by biological influences. Next week we'll look at anatomy and physiology and think just about correlations. And then in Week 7 we will, after the workshop, deal with issues of inheritance. So that being said, it leads me to the subject of workshop number 2. If you haven't posted your plans for the mid-semester workshop, please do that now. Workshop 2 is coming up between Week 6 and 7. So it will essentially be in the first week of March. That workshop is optional, and it's there only to take stock of where we are, but in real-time conversational mode. And it's also there to help you in developing your course projects, and probably most importantly, to anticipate the second half of the semester and deal with any kind of adjustments and problem solving that we might need to do as we look at the second half. Okay, I think that's enough of a commentary for this winter break week. Let me just end with an apology. This was late in being posted, and without excuses, let me say I'm, by the end of today, going to have for you all of Module 2 on the weekly list of folders. So thanks for your patience.